The Persian Gulf shimmered under a blood-red sunset. The waters around Kharg Island glassy and deceptively calm. Kharg, Iran's iron-fisted oil heart. Tanks the size of stadiums, pipelines thick as ancient trees, tankers queued like obedient soldiers, pulsed with the low thrum of pumps and the distant chatter of Revolutionary Guard patrols. Then the sea rebelled. A low rumble built beneath the waves, like thunder trapped underwater. The surface-boiled waves surged outward in concentric rings, slamming into the island's concrete piers and rocking million-barrel tankers on their moorings. Alarms screamed. Workers froze on cathopes. Binoculars trembling hands. From the deep rose a mountain of living obsidian. Godzilla breached the surface in a thunderclap of spray, 40 stories of scarred, reptilian fury, water cascading off dorsal plates that glowed faintly blue with inner atomic fire. His eyes, ancient, golden, pitiless, fixed on the island. A single step sent a tidal surge crashing over the docks, sweeping cranes into the sea like toys. His roar tore the sky apart, a sound so deep it rattled teeth and shattered glass in the control towers 2 miles away. The air itself seemed to bleed. On the mainland coast and aboard the Guard's swift patrol boats, the alert hit like lightning. Carlo Reza Karazi, commander of the 1st Naval District's Rapid Reaction Force, stood on the bridge of the IRGC missile corvette. Shahid Soleimani, his face was stone. That is no ship, he snarled into the radio. That is a threat to the revolution itself. All units, engage! The challenge was immediate, ferocious, and utterly human. 6 high-speed patrol boats raced forward. 100 umbilical rocket launchers barking in unison. Missiles streaked from shore batteries. White contrails slicing the dusk. 2 MiG-29 screamed overhead. Afterburners glowing as they banked low for a strafing run. From the island itself, a battery of Nora anti-ship missiles erupted in orange fire, hammering toward the beast's chest. Godzilla did not flinch. The first wave of rockets exploded against his hide in harmless blossoms of flame. He turned his massive head, jaws parting. A low, building hum filled the air. Then the atomic breath lanced at a searing cobalt beam that vaporized 2 patrol boats in mid-stride. The water where they had been flashed into steam. The shockwave flipped a 3rd vessel end over end. The MiGs tried to evade. One pilot's scream was cut short as the beam clipped his wing. The jet cartwheeled into the sea in a fireball. Karazi's voice crossed over every channel. For the supreme leader, for Iran, fire everything. A second salvo, cruise missiles, torpedoes, even shoulder-fired RPGs from desperate Marines on the island's breakwater slammed into Godzilla's flank. He staggered, roaring in what might have been irritation more than pain. Oil tanks ruptured behind him. Black smoke and orange fire painted the sky. A tanker, its crew abandoning ship in lifeboats, was crushed beneath one colossal foot, steel crumpling like paper. Yet the monster kept advancing. Each step shook the island's foundations. Pipelines burst. Flames raced along fuel-ons. Workers fled inland, some carrying wounded comrades. Others simply screamed. Impaling Karazi ordered the corvette to ram. Suicide, but defiant! The Shahid Soleimani surged forward. rapture's gaze for one impossible second, then the sea claimed an... As the longest Hazel battery on Kharg fell silent, Godzilla paused to pop the burning ruins of the main terminal, flames reflected in his eyes. He lifted his head and roared once more, a victory bellow that rolled across the gulf and echoed off the distant Iranian mountains. As suddenly as he had come, the Titan turned, wading back into deeper water. His dorsal plates dimmed, the sea closed over his shoulders, then his head, until only ripples and burning wreckage remained. Kharg Island burned through the night, a funeral pyre for the men who had dared challenge a god in Tehran. Emergency sessions convened. The world watched satellite footage in stunned silence. And somewhere in the black depths of the Persian Gulf, Godzilla summoned, ancient, unstoppable,